Hi guys, my name is Roland. I'm a strength and conditioning coach and performance coach. I specialize in strength training, mobility training, as well as speed and endurance. At YTTP, I teach the stronger courses, the glutes and core courses, and the newly added functional stretch and mobility courses. Today, I'm going to guide you through one of my favorite sequences for the stronger course, which is meant to be a full body session where we incorporate all the essential movement patterns for compound lifts and make it as accessible as possible by just using dumbbells. All right, without further ado, let's get straight into it. All right, so we're gonna start by activating the smaller muscle groups, and I want you to start up on the mat. You're going to start by getting into a tiptoe position. All right, so you're gonna stretch your calves here, and as high as you can go, you're gonna keep this for some tiptoe walks. So a gentle activation of your lower body. We're gonna do this for about 20 seconds. You're gonna switch on to your heels, keep your feet active, and now we have heel walks for another 20. And for the last round, you're gonna come down, shake everything out, and we're gonna do heel to toe walks. That means you're gonna start on your heel, as slowly as possible, transition over your foot into a tiptoe position. All right, we're gonna repeat this. Start on your heel, roll, lift, and try and control the landing, right? It's totally normal if you go to the side, to the back, but try and keep it as controlled as possible. Again, about 20 seconds on this, then you're gonna turn around and repeat all of it on the other side. One more repetition. All right, we're gonna switch into some hamstring sweeps. So your back leg is slightly bent, your forward leg is stretched out. We're going to sweep across the floor and switch to the other side. Back leg bent, forward leg stretched. Another 20 seconds here. Back and forth on the mat. Last couple repetitions. All right. Okay, so get the blood pumping, get your temperature up a little bit. We're gonna start with some gentle high knees, forwards, and then backwards. You're gonna speed these up as you go. And rest. Total of 20 seconds there. Gonna turn around and do the same thing laterally or sideways, all right? High knees while keeping your balance and going sideways. Speed it up for the last 10. And rest. All right, last one, we're gonna do a variation of our high knees where we're touching our feet. So bringing our feet upwards and inwards. We're going to gently be moving forwards and backwards. Speed it up for 10. And rest. All right, good stuff. We are nicely warmed up, and now we're gonna switch into some light mobility work, especially around the hips. We're gonna start with some banded hip airplanes. So I want you to take a glute band. If you have a medium or light resistance, you can use those. I would not use a heavy resistance for these ones. All right, so we are gonna put on our glute band. Make sure it's above your knee, snugly fitting. And what we're gonna do here is I want you to lightly bend at your knee, and then your back leg is going to lift off the ground, hands are on your hips. You're going to bend this knee 90 degrees. And now we are going to open slowly to the side. Make sure to rotate your body along with the movement. We're gonna do this for about 20 seconds. It's totally normal to wobble a little bit. And for the last 10 seconds, you're gonna hold out here. And 3, 2, 1, back in center. All right, just drop it, shake everything out. You're gonna repeat this on the other side. So once again, bend the leg on the ground, the knee is slightly bent, 90 degrees on the other side, and we're gonna open. If you need, you can touch down once in a while. And for the last 10 seconds, you're gonna hold out here. Tension on the band. 3, 2, 1, back in center. All right, good. So you're gonna have your feet now hip distance apart, feet pointing slightly outwards, and we're gonna go into a deep squat. When you're at the bottom of the squat, as deep as your mobility allows, you're gonna notice this band pushing your knees inwards. I want you to push outwards, and while maintaining this tension, we're gonna go for 10 gentle deep squats. On your 10th squat, you're gonna stop at the bottom, and for 10 seconds, press as hard as you can. Outside, and hold for 3, 2, 1, and let go. Gently come back up. You can take off your glute band. All right, we're going to continue this hip mobility routine on the floor. So just as we had it right now, you're going to get into your deep squat. Remember, only as far as your mobility allows. This is individual. If I'm sitting here in my deep squat, doesn't mean you have to. Go as far as you can. You can also use blocks in front of you to support you. Just make sure your back is nice and straight, your stomach is tight, and you can keep a relatively straight posture here, okay? So we're gonna start with a few hip activation and mobility drills. I want you to rotate your knee to the floor. Now I know a lot of you may be coming on your tiptoes to do this. That's fine for the start. Over time, I want you to try to have your foot fully on the floor with your heels pressing into the ground. We're gonna do this 5 times per side, 10 in total. All right, next up from here, I want you to bring your hands underneath your feet. You're gonna look up, straightening out your back. Take a few deep breaths here, and then we're gonna slowly go up. Legs stretch out, and you're just gonna hang here in a dead hang. After a few breaths, come down, and you're gonna repeat this 2 to 3 times. All right, let go of your hands. Gonna be sitting here in the middle. The last thing we're gonna do, a little bit of spinal rotation. Get your hands on the floor or as far as you can. Back nice and straight. You're gonna rotate in one direction as far as you can, and then rotate in the other. I'm gonna do this 10 times total. All right, so last few exercises, you're gonna get on the floor. Nice release there. 90 degrees on your knees. Your feet should be shoulder wide apart. Hands behind your body, nicely supporting you. We're gonna do some internal rotations in our 90-90 stance. You're gonna bring one knee to the floor as far as your mobility allows. Make sure when you're down here that your other leg stays where it is. It doesn't go along to the floor. Then come back up and switch to the other side. We're gonna do 10 total here. And last one. Now we're gonna switch. This time you're gonna take both knees to the floor and try and keep your body nice and straight in the middle. So you don't wanna rotate along, you wanna stay in the middle. And let's go 10 times. And last one, come back in the middle. All right, last one. This might be a little challenging for some. You're gonna let go of your hands. Get your arms on top of each other, and without support now, you're going to go from side to side in a 90-90 hip mobility flow. Last repetition and hold. All right, when you've reached this position, stay on the floor, turn yourself in one direction, arms either crossed over or behind your head to make it slightly more advanced. From here, only as far as your mobility allows. You're gonna go down, straight back, and come back up a bit faster, exhaling as you come. And again, exhale as you come back up. 5 repetitions for this side. Neutral position, we're gonna switch over to the other side. 90-degree angle in the front, and 5 more here. Exhale as you come up. Last repetition. And rest. All right. Gently come back in the middle. We are warmed up. We have mobility work. We had a little bit of coordination and keeping your balance. And we're now ready for our signature stronger set. Let's do it. All right, for our main stronger sets, you're gonna grab 2 dumbbells. So I'm gonna show this with 2 10 kg dumbbells. What's very important to realize is it does not matter if you're working with 2 water bottles, if you're working with 2 kilos, 15 kilos, 20 kilos, if you can do it. What's important is that you can prioritize quality over quantity. It's gonna be hard enough getting through these few rounds, so I'd rather you start light and then if you can, slowly go up in weight. So we're gonna have 3 fundamental movement patterns, combining lower body and upper body. We're gonna start with a hip hinge into a pull. Then we're going to go into a squat, into overhead press. And as a last one, we're gonna have a lunge. And in the end, I have a little surprise for you, okay? So without further ado, let's start with the technique. You're gonna stand hip wide. The dumbbells are in front of you. Neck is nice and neutral, back is straight. I'm gonna go into a Romanian deadlift. I'm just gonna show you the form for this and then point out what's important. All right, so what's very, very important here is you have a light bend in your knees and that stays. So it's not a squat, it's a hinge. That means you're only bending at your hips, your butt goes out backwards, and then your back is nice and straight here, your shoulder blades come together. You do not want to round your back, okay? Now we're gonna add a row into this. When you are down here, you're holding your tension, you're going to row the weights by the side. Your elbows lead the movement, and then you're gonna come back up, okay? So all together, first movement for today, Romanian deadlift into bent over row, and then gently coming back up. Make sure that your dumbbells stay nice and close to your shins, your knees don't bend excessively, and your stomach is nice and tight. All right, we're gonna do that for 1 minute. Then, for the next minute, without a rest, okay, very important, without a rest, you're going to bring these dumbbells up here. Same position, nice and hip wide stance. From here, you are going to look forward, brace your stomach, inhale, go into a deep squat as far as your mobility allows. And as you come up, overhead press. Gently come back down, don't smack back into the ground. Overhead press. We're looking forward, our stomach is tight, our spine is nice and straight. Okay, a little variation you can do to make it a little easier is as you get into your overhead press, you can do it without rotation, okay? To make it a little more coordinationally challenging, I don't know if that's a word, I'm sorry, you can rotate as you go up, and to make it easier, press up, that's it. All right, that's the second minute, and for the third and last minute, you're gonna have your dumbbells just by your side, and we're gonna do reverse lunges. 90 degrees on both knees, shoulder blades together. We're looking forward, our stomach is tight. One side, and then alternate to the other side. All right, so those are our 3 minutes. We're gonna get through this together, and then at the end, I have a little surprise for you. If you need a break in between, take the break. If you need to go lower in weights, do so please. Let's go. We're gonna start with Romanian deadlifts, into bent over rows for 1 minute in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And last repetition here. Nice row. And come back up. All right, directly changing. Dumbbells up, hip wide stance. Let's go. Squat into overhead press. Come down nice and controlled. Exhale as you press up. Brace as you go down. All right, last 10 seconds, almost there. Hold on. And we got it. All right, switching directly into the 3rd minute. Dumbbells at your side. Last minute here. Reverse lunges. Shoulder blades together, looking forward. Stomach nice and tight. Don't hold your breath here. Make sure to breathe. And last one. All right, rest. Now, a little surprise for you. We're gonna hold 30 seconds on one side. Let's go. Back nice and straight. You got this. 10 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Gently come up. We're almost there. 30 seconds on the other side. And let's go. Shoulder blades together. Back nice and straight. We got 10. And 3, 2, 1. All right. Woo. Good job, guys. That was one little stronger set. Altogether 4 minutes. If you want to make this more challenging, take 1 minute of rest. Repeat this 2 times. If you want to make it a full workout, repeat it for 3 whole sets. All right, so to finish off the session today, we're gonna go into a little bit of a static stretching routine at the end. Whew. That was a good one. All right, I want you to stretch out your legs, arms by your sides. You're gonna bring up both knees, hug your shins, and if you'd like, you can move from side to side, really nice and gently, massaging your lower back. And eventually stop in the middle. We're gonna switch this up. You're gonna place your right foot below your left knee. You're gonna pull your left leg towards yourselves and press your right knee against it and hold for 20 seconds. Just focus on your breathing. We got 10 more seconds. And gently let go. Switch to the other side for 20. And gently let go. When you're ready, you can slowly rock forward, straighten out your legs. We're gonna do some forward bends, starting off with a straight back forward bend. That means your arms are stretched out. Try and go as far as you can without bending your back or rounding your back. After 20 seconds, you're slowly gonna come down as far as you can. And now you can start rounding your back and hold. Slowly come back up. You're gonna bring your feet together. We're gonna be in a butterfly position here. Your feet are close to your hips. Your back is nice and straight. And you're just gonna dynamically go up and down. And as soon as you're ready, feet together. We're just gently rocking from side to side. Takes me back to my days as a kid. All right, and when you're done, you can switch out your legs to the back, feet together, knees apart, and I just request you to take 1 minute here for yourself in child's pose. Thank you for joining in today's session.